What's up guys, welcome back to Aquatic Elements. In today's video I'm going to be doing an unboxing on this Hygger LCD 800 watt heater. Now you would have seen in the last few videos we got the mega tank set up ready for the new inhabitants, and it is very cloudy behind me. We've got the air bar that was sent to me by Aqua Aeration Systems Limited running on the tank, and I'm just waiting for it to clear up over the next day or so. Got loads of filter fleece in there, and hopefully over the next 24 hours it will clear right up. But in today's video we're going to be taking a look at this Hygger 800 watt LCD heater that they sent me for the new mega tank. Now, as you know, I am using this aquarium now as a tropical aquarium, and I needed a suitable heater to try on it. So I've never actually used any Hygger products before, but they were kind enough to send me this for the new aquarium. So this is the first time I've actually unboxed it to see what is in the package. So I quite like the packaging, pretty nice and robust. Came within, I think, 2 or 3 days, so it was really quick. And let's open it and have a look at what's inside. So it looks like we've got a bit of foam protection here, and then we've got our instruction manual. Gonna have a read through that to see how this heater works. I've never used a heater like this before. And then it looks like we have our actual heating unit. So I'm just gonna put the box down here. So this is the actual heater unit. Let me just remove this foam packaging. It's actually pretty heavy, pretty bulky unit. So it comes in this sort of plastic cellophane wrap. And then we have a nice sort of cable connected to it. It looks like there's some kind of hook here. So I assume you can stick this onto the side of your aquarium and then sort of hang up the control unit, or there's actually sort of a mounting box which has got a 3M sticky pad on it. So I'm actually probably going to use this one instead of the hook that it comes with, and probably mount it to the side of the aquarium with this, because I think that will make it easier to take on and off the controller. So I'll just remove the cellophane wrapping on that, and we've also got another one protecting the screen. But this is the LCD control unit that you can see here. So that's the control unit. And then we finally got our UK plug on there. Now I believe they do send these all over the world, and there are a few different plugs you can choose from. Looks like we got pretty good length of cable. Now obviously I'm going to have to get this through into the tank, so I might have to move a little bit of pipe work around. But let's take this wrapper off the heater and have a look at it. So it looks like there's a glass center to this. I'm not sure if this unit comes apart or not. Don't think it does. It might do with some force, but it looks like we've got a sort of glass quartz central heater in there, and then it's sort of surrounded by this plastic shroud basically, or this plastic protection. So if you do have the heater in the tank, it's quite good because it's not actually going to allow any fish to get close enough to the heating element. I have seen quite a few incidences, especially with stingrays, where the heater has actually burnt them, and just big fish in general sitting next to the heaters getting burnt. So it's quite nice it's got this sort of plastic covering on it. And then obviously we've got our control unit. So what I'll probably do is I'm going to get it hooked up onto the tank, have a play around with the control unit, and then sort of show you how it works together. Now it does have these 3 suction cups I've just found as well in the packaging, and I'm assuming they somehow clip into the sides, just like that. So I'm assuming I can stick that onto the glass in the sump area, get it all hooked up, and then we can have a look through the control unit. I'm going to have a look through the instructions, and then I'll show you just how I'm going to set it up and how simple it hopefully is to set up. So right now I'm going to get it hooked up onto the aquarium, take you around the side where the sump is, and then we can get the heater set up, and I'm going to show you how it all works. So as you can see, it's a little bit cramped in the filter section, but as you can see, I can install the controller, and the heater is just in here in the sump. there is a 6,000 litre pond pump just below it, so it's got plenty of flow, and I'm just going to plug it in and turn it on. Now, I haven't actually looked at the instructions yet, but I think this is a really simple heater to set up. As you can see on the screen, we have the current temperature, which is 17.1 degrees, because I've only just filled the tank up, and the set temperature is at 16.5 degrees, and currently it is not heating. Now, if I click the set button, you can see we can now manually adjust the temperature. So as I put the temperature up, and I want to keep this tank around 26.5 degrees, I just keep clicking that set button until it goes up, and then that will lock in, as you can see, and this indicates that the heater is on and running. Now, the good thing about this heater is it has a low and a high temperature alarm, so it's going to have a visual alarm if the temperature goes too high, above the set point, or too low as well. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how quickly this heats up the tank. Now, this is 1,620 litre aquarium, so I think it's going to take quite a long time, but you never know. It's only an 800 watt heater. But that is the heater installed. Let's head back to the other side of the tank and I can talk a little bit more about it.
A few moments later.
As you can see, we just installed the 800 watt heater into the new Monster Fish Mega Tank. The water is still super cloudy, but I'm going to keep you guys updated on how the clarity goes. Now, this was really an unboxing video. It's not a review style video because I want to test this out for a few months at least to see what it is like, to see how quickly it raises the temperature, also to see how stable it keeps that temperature. Now, a few really good points that I liked about this heater was the ease of setup. Now, that LCD screen was super easy to control. You know, the standard glass heaters you have where you have that little turning knob on top can be a little bit temperamental. They can often fail with the thermostat inside, leaving the heater turned on and potentially cooking your fish, and they seem to fail more often than not. So it's going to be really interesting to see if the built-in thermostat on this heater is a little bit better and the technology is better than using a sort of standard glass heater. Now, I also know that it's got some quartz sand, I believe, and the quartz glass on the actual heater itself is extra thick, so in a case of it breaking, it's supposed to be able to hold together a lot better than a standard glass heater and also not explode and release glass everywhere into your tank. Now, I also really like the fact that it has that guard around the outside and also those alarms. Now, the heater is automatically programmed to not exceed 35 degrees Celsius, which obviously is quite a lot, but it automatically switches off at that temperature. It also has a low and high temperature alarm as well. And the one thing I really like about it is it has an auto turn off. If you're doing a water change and you drop the level without turning the heater off because maybe you forgot to turn it off, it automatically has a function where it detects low water level and will switch itself off and prevent it from cracking or breaking, unlike your normal standard glass heaters. Now, this isn't a titanium heater with a separate control unit, which is normally, I would say, you're paying around double the price. This heater was approximately £55. So it is not the super high-end heater if you went for like a Skigo or DD titanium heater with a separate control unit, but it is half the price. It has that LCD screen, it has the built-in features, which I really like, so it's going to be interesting to see how this does long term. But that is at the end of the video for this unboxing. I'm going to put a link down below to the heater itself so you can check it out. Just check it out through the links down below. Let me know what you think of this heater and let me know if you've used Hygger or Hygger before, and it will be interesting to see if some of you guys at home actually use this heater yourself. But as I said, links will be down below for the heater and where I got it from. If you have any questions, please let me know down below. If you've got any video suggestions, also let me know. Thank you all for watching. Remember to keep those water changes up and happy fish keeping.